Immutable-X with the IMX token is one of the worst performers across the top cryptocurrencies. Now let's have a look at what's driving all of this. Who's actually selling here? And does it make sense to buy the dip? In the end, crypto is all about buying low and selling high. And obviously we aren't very high right now in IMX. So here's the top 100 tokens. And IMX is the second largest loser in the last week. We've already talked about ApeCoin on this channel just a few days ago. And I am covering IMX quite extensively. This is not my very first video, so feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. Now let's have a look at the on-chain analytics to see who's actually buying and selling here. Before we do this, let's first have a look at the situation. It was not just the last week that was bad for Immutable-X. The token got sold off the entire last month, minus 26%, while Bitcoin during the same time stayed flat or even slightly went up. Now here's the elephant in the room. It's token inflation. It's allocation of IMX tokens to early investors, to the team, to marketing, etc. With an expanding supply comes a depressed price if the demand doesn't grow as quickly. And the issue simply is that the circulating supply grew that much. It went from 80 million in October of 2021 to 1.7 billion in a matter of 3 years. So an expansion of more than 20x of the supply. Now let's have a look at the holders on chain. On Ethereum, we've got 93,000 holders, but not all holders are created equal. Let's check out the number of retail investors versus whale investors over time. On the left side, we see the number of wallets with at least 1,000 IMX tokens. So at the current price, that's a bit over $1,000. That's what I'd consider retail. And we've seen retail accumulate quite consistently. And now the growth seems to be stalling somewhat in the last 6 months or so. For the chart in the middle, we go at 10x in minimum holding. So that's now more than $10,000. A very similar pattern, again, with the growth somewhat slowing down. Now on the right, we go another 10x, so more than $100,000 worth of the token. There's roughly 270 such wallets, pretty much zero growth in the last 6 months. Again, while the supply continues to grow. No demand growth, but a lot of supply growth. That's why IMX has such a hard time appreciating in price. And so the demand and supply dynamics are pretty much stable. When we look at the number of recurring traders versus new traders, that ratio isn't really changing over time. It's hovering at around 25 to 30% of new users relative to returning users. And ideally, for a quickly growing asset, we want to see some days where the number of new users is even exceeding the number of returning users. This is not what we have with IMX, unfortunately. So the token would definitely go up if there weren't that many unlocks. The number of buyers tends to be higher than the number of sellers most days. And so if the team wasn't to always dump the token, we'd be way, way higher. Look at this. The number of buyers tends to be at around 60% or so most of the time. The number of sellers is only around 40, right? We tend to be hovering around that line, not around 50. So the sellers simply sell more than the buyers buy. The price isn't appreciating even though the number of buyers exceeds the number of sellers. Now crypto is all about risk versus reward. And obviously there is a lot of risk in IMX. Nobody is buying, or let's say fewer people are buying compared to how the supply is expanding. How much upside is there? That's a big question because we don't really know what to compare IMX to. If we just look at the gaming market, IMX is already the largest of the tokens in terms of market cap. Have a look at this. This is a comparison of various crypto gaming tokens ordered by market cap. IMX is at 2.1 billion. Floki is a mix of gaming and meme coins. The next real gaming token is Beam, and that's 0.9 billion. Axie Infinity is 0.7 billion, Gala is 0.7, etc. So there's a lot of potential pressure for IMX to get closer to those other gaming tokens. Why does IMX have to have 2.5 times the market cap of Beam or Axie Infinity or Gala? Unfortunately, profits are not currently made in crypto gaming, they are made in meme coins. Now, why is everybody so hyped about meme coins? It's because of the upside, right? We want to have a lot of upside. Of course, there's also a lot of downside with meme coins, but at least we can make a multiple X returns. If that happens with IMX, I'm not sure at $2 billion. Check out the top performing categories in the last week. It's meme coins on Ton, it's the Pump.fun ecosystem, it's AI memes, etc. What is not performing well? It's the technical stuff. It's zero knowledge proofs, it's data availability, it's decentralized decentralized identifiers, etc. Nobody wants to hear about play to earn or socialify or the metaverse. And so it's important to have some kind of a market edge, right? If we want to gain in crypto long term, we need to have information that most other people don't have. And what I like to do is I like to track what other successful traders are doing and what other influencers are doing. And in premium, so the link is down below, it's thatbitcoinstrader.com. In premium, we are tracking various influencers, various whales, and we see how one particularly successful whale is accumulating the book of Ethereum token. So that started at the end of June of this year and then continued further and further. A lot of dollar cost averaging into this token. It seems to pretty much never stop, and thus the price is going up. We are of course discussing this in premium in various dedicated altcoin channels, so that's in Telegram. And so yeah, this is what happened with Book of Meme. More than 1000% return in the last year and 76% in this month alone. And again, we talk about this already for many months. This is not luck, right? This is about tracking people that know things early, that buy a token and then afterwards promote it on their YouTube channel. We want to be buying together with the influencer in order to then sell this potentially to the audience as the influencers do. Now, I personally never pump and dump on this channel. I never buy a coin before making the video. I always buy the coin after making the video, but I am okay to sell to other people's audiences. So we are tracking, for example, Alex Becker's wallets. He's got more than 1 million followers. We are tracking CryptoGains, who also has a pretty good track record at pushing up prices once it's published on YouTube. We are also tracking James Wynn. In total, we've got 433 wallets now that we are tracking. And so this Book of Ethereum trade is simply just one of many examples. There's also an entire video course on how to find other wallets and on how to track them and on how to interpret those signals. So that's over here. Feel free to stop this video and check the titles. In total, there's more than 100 different tutorial videos now. There's a money back guarantee as well, so feel free to check it out. If you don't like what you see, simply message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. Now, I don't have a crystal ball either. I do not know where IMX is going, but I simply think that the risk versus reward is not worth it. I think there's a lot of risk because the token continues to inflate. There isn't that much reward because we've got a $2 billion market cap. I think all action, all profit is now in meme coins, especially the meme coins that get promoted in Twitter and in YouTube. If it's the first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. Feel free to also give this a like. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.